galerinha do CinePOP, eu tive a oportunidade de conversar com os atores Brenna O'Connor e Otto Ferrand, que são, é claro, os protagonistas, a dupla de melhores amigos aí da série Alex Rider, que é uma série de espionagem, que é uma adaptação dessa famosa saga de livros britânicos, que tem aí, ó, mais de 8 volumes, tem contos, tem também graphic novel, é uma série muito popular. E eu vim aqui mostrar pra vocês esse bate-papo dessa série que estreia na Amazon Prime Video nessa sexta-feira, com todos os seus 8 episódios entrando de uma vez só. Alex Rider, eu já te digo que é uma das melhores séries de 2020. É cheia de ação, é cheia de cenas incríveis, tomadas que são espetaculares e uma trama que eu tenho certeza que vai encantar todo mundo que é apaixonado por essa pegada mais investigativa, essa pegada de espionagem, meio James Bond, com muitas cenas de ação. É aquela misturinha gostosa de Missão Impossível com 007. Então confira esse bate-papo aí, ó, com Otto Ferrand e Brenna O'Connor.
We're going to Point Blank. It's a school for troubled teenagers.
So what's the plan?
You need to take a look around and to report back any unusual behaviour.
This is Alex.
Say hello to Alex.
Hello to Alex.
Hi guys, first of all, thank you very much for being here with me. My first question is, for you two, what would define the storytelling of Alex Rider?
I'd say care.
Ooh.
I'd say every action that every hero in this show does is done through a massive act of caring. Whether it be Alex going to find out what's going on when he's presented with a mystery, or Tom going along for the ride, or Jack looking after this kid after something terrible happens to him. It's all done out of care. And I think that is a massive message that I think we can all try and take going forward. I think this year has made us all aware that we've not been caring as much about each other as we could have been. And I think we can just try a little harder.
Yeah, well said. Well said. For me, I would say, I think now that's definitely good. That's definitely a good one. I'm going to go with something like, I don't know, it's exhilarating. It's so exciting watching this show. Like there's those times when I was watching it where I was literally on the edge of my seat, kind of almost screaming at the TV, and I know exactly what's going to happen. I was there. I know what's going to happen, and I was still going, Alex, what are you doing? Tom, what on earth? So it's so exhilarating, the show. It's exciting. It's dark and gritty as well. You know, it's got a real adult kind of edge to it, which I think will be really exciting for younger audiences to watch as well as older audiences. So it's got something for everyone.
This is for Otto. Alex Rider is such an important character for so many people, and he has been adapted before. How can this version of the character reach out to the book fans, but at the same time reach out to those who have never heard and have never read the books?
When we approached this show, we really want, you know, the books have been around for 20 years and they've been so successful, and they've created this fan base of people that absolutely love them. So we really wanted to stay true to the books, but we also wanted to breathe new life into it. And I think what we've done with aging up the character of Alex and Tom, and to put it into a bit more of an adult world, I think what the show does really well is it treads that fine line of being a little bit older, so that younger audiences will be excited to watch it because it feels older, it feels darker, but older audiences will also really love watching it because it feels adult, and it's a family show that everyone can watch no matter what age you are.
Don't do anything like calling Australia or anything like that.
No, of course not. Of course not. Got it. Abort.
Alex?
We
Hi.
have some extraordinary action sequences, and I wanted to know from you, what was the most exciting scene to shoot?
For me, I would say I have two. I would say one of them was very early on in the shoot, was flying around point blank around the mountains. That was just I mean, as a person, that was like I was in a helicopter flying around these mountains going, this is incredible. What am I doing here? And then the second one was with Bren in episode 8. You'll watch it, where Alex and Tom are in the library, and there's an evil character who I don't want to spoil, but it's an exciting scene. It was great fun to film.
Yeah, I'd say definitely the last one is the same. I also had a really lovely time shooting with George Sear, who played Parker Roscoe. I have a really intense couple of scenes with him in some of the later episodes, and it was really lovely just exploring a completely different side of Tom that I hadn't seen in any of the other scenes. And watching that back, I was on the edge of my seat, like terrified. But yeah, it's great.
Is there one thing that you think you know about your character that no one else knows about him?
That is a strong question.
That's such a solid question. Do I know something? Oh, I know Alex's password.
Yeah, I know Alex's password.
Yeah. What do should we tell the world what Alex's password? We can't tell him.
Secret. I think I know what Tom hides under his hat, and no one else knows that. Everyone just thought it was an empty hat. No, there was something under that hat. But
your sides, wasn't it? It was your lines.
It was my sides. It was just my lines. My contract.
Yeah, he hadn't. Every time, read the lines.
As we were talking about favorite scenes and all, I wanted to know from you about the stunts. We have some extraordinary stunt scenes. The action sequences are actually very good. And I wanted to know from you if you guys did your own stunts, because they're actually pretty good, right?
Yes, I did all of Otto's stunts. It was in his contract, actually. I'm as untrained as him, but they asked me to do him just because I was expendable or something.
Oh.
No, I'll let you take the stunts, sir.
Yeah, I did a lot of the stunts. I didn't do all of them because there was a few that they wouldn't let me, like the snowboarding scene I wasn't allowed to do. But all the fighting, most of the fighting at least, was me. And I got to do that with a stunt double called Jamie Stanley, and he's doing, I don't want to spoil it, so maybe I won't say, but there's a scene in the last episode where Alex is fighting an unusual character, and I did that with Jamie Stanley, and got to climb up some buildings as well. So there was loads that I got to sink my teeth into, and I love stunts. Yeah, stunt me up. Yeah, I'll do them all day long. Sony won't probably allow it, but hey.
You guys are a little bit older, you're not in high school anymore, but the show is set during this high school period. And I wanted to know, how did it feel to be back at high school, wearing the uniform and all? How did it feel for you two?
It was intense. The uniform was scarily similar to my actual school uniform, so there was a little bit of a PTSD there. But it was fun. I guess it's nicer to go back when there's none of the pressure. I was just playing a school kid. There was no exams. There was no lessons to listen into. It was just fun. It's just the hanging about bit, which was the best part of school.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would say the same thing. It's kind of weird because I'm a little bit older than Bren as well. So yeah, it was a bigger gap for me to go back to school from, and it felt kind of strange but very natural putting on that costume, which is the school uniform, because that's such an iconic Alex Rider costume. I mean, like, that's when I think of Alex Rider, that's kind of how I always imagined him. Is I don't know, is that maybe he's not like that.
No, I completely agree, mate. When I read the book, you always imagine him going straight from school
to saving the world.
You do
so, like,
assume,
yeah. When I put that costume on, it was great. It felt like I fell into the character even more, which was great.
Something's not right.
These people aren't your friends. Stop lying to us. I can do this.
Tell me who you really are.